if Ryan Garcia defeats Gervonta Davis, what happens? Now, I'm going to toss this to you first because you tossed me the other one first with Gervonta Davis. What happens if he wins? So if Ryan Garcia actually wins this fight, one, what do you think that looks like? And two, how does his sort of career play out?
If Ryan Garcia defeats Tank Davis and say he knocks out Tank Davis and gets the finish, he is arguably the biggest star in boxing. Up there with Canelo, everyone, he would be the face of boxing. If he could knock out Tank, Ryan Garcia is going to be the biggest thing in boxing, and he's going to get whatever fight that he possibly wants to make. And he has said that that weight cut to 135 is tough for him, but he's cutting down to 136. He's going to want to fight at 140. I think there's a really big possibility then we could see Ryan Garcia and say, Tank, we've seen him fight at 140. There could possibly be a rematch because I'm sure Tank would want to run it back. And I'm sure that would be a payday for both of these guys. And everyone would want to see it. Would Ryan Garcia want to do the rematch with him? Could he could also be like, if the rumors are right in saying that if Tank loses, there's a rematch clause. If Ryan loses, then there's not a rematch clause. Ryan we're going to see what Ryan wants to do with that, if he wants to take that Tank fight again. And if there is a rematch clause, then they'll probably run it back. But wouldn't you want to see Ryan Garcia and Arnold Barbosa Jr.?
Yeah, the rematch clause depends on who's reporting, you believe, because there have been conflicting stuff there. So it's often in boxing.
Any of those 140 guys he could fight. I don't think if he beats Tank, then yeah, like he could go into the ring with Subriel, right?
So currently, there's a couple interesting things here. So currently, Ryan Garcia is actually ranked in both weight classes by different sanctioning bodies. The WBC has him 8th. The at 140 pounds, I should clarify. The WBC has him 8th at 140 pounds, a title that we know Regis Prograis currently has. Ryan Garcia versus Regis Prograis would be awesome.
Yeah.
WBA does not have him ranked at 140 because he's ranked first at 135 pounds. So he's a lightweight according to them. The IBF has him 11th, and the WBO, I don't believe, has him ranked in either division. They may at lightweight, they definitely don't at 140. And again, he's in BoxRec's top 10 140 pounders around guys like Regis Prograis, Jose Ramirez, Teofimo Lopez, Arnold Barbosa, who you just mentioned, who's looking for a fight, who might fight Liam Paro in his next fight, the WBO, I believe, eliminator. And if you're looking at just potential fights for Ryan Garcia, I think, so this is interesting. Devin Haney, I don't believe is on a long-term deal with Top Rank, and also still being promoted by Lou DiBella, who just wants to make good fights. And Devin Haney has his own, Devin Haney Promotions.
Yeah.
So he's not really tied to a network long-term. He could re-up with, Top Rank or whatever the case may be. And I wonder if that's a fight that could be made at some point, because Devin Haney's going to move to 140 at some point. He said there were rumors about, because Bob Arum even said this, if Vasily Lomachenko beats Devin Haney, Shakur versus Vasily Lomachenko happens. But if Devin Haney won, Boxing Scene reported that Bob Arum wasn't really sure if Devin Haney was going to move up to 140 or not. So he said, it's not. It was kind of in doubt that he would fight Shakur Stevenson because he may move up to 140. Bill Haney texted Mark Kriegel during the Shakur Stevenson fight, said that they plan on staying at 135.
Well, here's the thing, though, because there's already been talk about Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fighting each other. And they talked about fighting each other in the past when they were younger. So this is a fight that also has the potential to get made. My whole thing is, I don't think Ryan wants to fight at 135. Remember, he said it straight up. He said, I don't want to fight at 135. Yeah. So they would have to fight at 140. But I think for the most part, I think a lot of people see matches and 140 where Ryan could have potential fights. Like, I could see him fighting a Jose Ramirez, and that would be a good fight. I could see him fighting Arnold Barbosa Jr. I could see him fighting Tank again. I could see him fighting Teofimo Lopez. So
I think the most likely outcome though is I think he just fights Tank again, which is kind of underwhelming. But like I think if he wins, I think especially with Tank being the A side, this being a Showtime pay per view, I just think they'll figure out a way to just make the rematch. And if Ryan Garcia beats him again, then that would be interesting. I don't know if people think he's going to beat him twice though, because I'm not sure how many people think Ryan Garcia is going to win once. We'll get to the betting another day, but I think the most likely thing though for Ryan Garcia is the Tank rematch, which is to say that all these other possibilities may be on hold until 2024 or whatever. But I do agree that if he wins, he's probably the biggest star, definitely the biggest young star in the sport. I don't think he surpasses Canelo necessarily.
I think
but
he gets up there though, because he's also like Mexican American, is he
yeah,
not? So
but Canelo knows Spanish.
yeah, that's
like
true.
like in Mexico, like he's fighting in Mexico, right? Like it's a little bit different. And I think Canelo's still like the biggest star in the sport, but I think Ryan Garcia is on that cusp, right?
Yeah.
Like remember there was a time where we all knew Floyd Mayweather was going to be sort of going out the door and Canelo was next. I think it's that where it's like not that Canelo's going to be out the door like soon, but he's getting into his mid 30s and he's either 33 now or is going to be 33 this year. And Ryan Garcia would be next. Like he would be anointed that. Which is to say, I think Gervonta Davis, like, because we've seen him more, I
Yeah.
don't have the same feeling that he'd be seen as next because because Gervonta Davis is currently one of the biggest stars in the sport. So I think it does more as a star for
Mhm.
Ryan Garcia to win this fight than the inverse. I still think it does a lot for Gervonta Davis, but for Gervonta Davis, I think it does not more for his stardom than it does for his legacy and his career and his all-time sort of ranking because he's chasing legendary status. And I think Ryan Garcia, it does more for his stardom and just overall like, okay, this is sort of the young guy now who can carry the torch. If he knocks out Gervonta Davis or if he wins a decisive decision where you don't have questions and there's not arguments, where it's not like a Triple G Canelo 1 or 2
Mhm.
situation.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think there's a lot of possibilities here at the Mandatory. We want to know your thoughts. What do you think happens if Gervonta Tank Davis loses? What do you think it happens if Ryan Garcia loses? What does that mean for him? And where would you kind of rank him after that? Whether you're ranking him in 140 or also in the lightweight division as well. Lots of possibilities. Also, we kind of broke down the fight. Let us know how you think this fight is gonna go. Let us know if you're rolling with Tank. Let us know if you're rolling with Ryan Garcia. Also, if you like the video, hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're listening to this on the audio version, make sure to leave a rate and review. Also, give us 5 stars as well. We're going to have some more betting content coming up for you as well. But enjoy fight week. And we're going to have a
Yep.
lot more as well. Also, a live. I want to put this out there right now. We are doing a live post fight show as well after Tank and Ryan. So hop on with us. If you follow us at TheMandatory TKO, you'll be able to just click the link and rock with us. And we'll be discussing everything about the fight.
Yeah, can't wait. Fun co-feature. David Morrell's in it. Gonna be honest, probably not gonna talk much about
No,
that
we're not.
fight.
We're probably not going to talk about any of those fights except for Tank and Ryan, to be real with you.
You know, I love main cards, undercards. Like I'm one of those. Like I'll watch an entire card if I have time. But yeah, this is gonna be the Tank and Ryan show for the duration of the week. So hope you enjoyed that. We went deep, and we still have betting to talk about later in the week. We're gonna be back for that. Thank y'all for rocking with us, commenting, really enjoying the back and forths on YouTube for the most part. You still have, 90% gray, 10% are dickheads, but it is what it is. We love y'all. Stay subscribed. And yeah, we have a lot more coming as this channel continues to grow and grow and grow.